way some of these girls be doing their baby dads that are like decent guys, I feel like I'm cool. Like I'm the one you want to have on your side. I don't want either of my baby dads. I can tell you that right now.
Oh, she's got multiple.
I still got my baby dad that's in jail texting me.
Oh my gosh. What up, guys? Welcome to my reaction series. Today we're talking about in the current dating market, modern women are allowed to have standards and men really are not. A woman can say that she wants a man that's 6 figures, 6 feet tall and with a six-pack, and nobody says anything negative. In fact, they say she has a right to want that. But the minute a man has standards, it's a problem. If a man says he doesn't want to date a woman who's obese, a woman who has too much debt, or a woman that has too many tattoos, he is demonized. It's a double standard that is sickening. Maybe the worst double standard has to do with men not wanting to date a woman with kids. If a man says he won't date a single mother, he faces all sorts of backlash. If a woman says that she does not want to date a man with kids, it is celebrated. Let's look at some of the women that don't date men with kids and their reasoning why.
Foremost, I would never date a man that talks in circles. And then also, I don't see myself dating a single dad in my 20s. When I was talking about that story, I was 20 years old. Why would I want to do that? And I don't want to date. At that time, I didn't want to date people to just date them. And after like that date, like 2 or 3 weeks later, I met a man that I dated for almost 3 years. So I was trying to date for keeps. So why would I lead that man on when I know that I don't want a child right now? Mine or anyone else's. I don't want a kid till I'm like 35. So I can't attach myself to someone else's child when I know that I'm not ready for that. I don't understand all the comments that are like, oh, so you won't date a single dad? Oh, so you'd rather him be a deadbeat dad? I'd rather him not be a dad at all. Like, it's just not my journey.
And look, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think people have a right to not want to date people with children. Problem is, women are okay with having standards and men can't have them. So if a woman is 20 and she says, I don't want to date a guy with kids, she's demonized, she's celebrated. And the men that say the same thing, maybe they're a little older, but they're demonized, right?
And if I had a child, I wouldn't expect someone that doesn't want a child to date me. Because if I had a child, if you're dating me, you're going to date the child. Not date the child. That's crazy. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. If you're dating me, you have to be in the child's life as well. So I know that I can't provide that, so I'm not going to date a single dad. But that's not the only reason. Like, that whole TikTok, I was talking about how, like, rude he was being, and this is the comment. These are the comments. The comments like, oh, you don't want to date a single dad, you don't want to date. No, what is wrong with that? What is wrong with stating your preference? A lot of people don't want to date a single mom either. Everyone is different. And when we stop pretending everything's okay and pretending, we'll stop hurting people. Because I know a bunch of people that have been in relationships with others that don't like kids, but they're in a relationship with someone with a kid. That's foul. That's dirty work. That's not okay. And I don't want to be that person.
Okay, so again, let's look at the comments. And it says, men and women that don't have kids should avoid dating people with kids. Let them date each other. No single mothers and single fathers. Easy. I assumed it was because he was referring to him having a kid as the DNA showing up. Who the F says that? Girl, the way they talk mad, disrespectful about single black mothers, and now we're going to be mad because we don't want to date a baby daddy. Yeah, I mean, I think that's fine. People have a right to not want to date certain people. So I will never. Like, what? You're going to put a gun to someone's head and make them date someone they don't want to date? And the thing is, the men don't get mad. Single dads. Women love single dads. So let's not pretend that's a deterrent for a lot. There's enough women that don't care that it's really, like, if anything, the men, they bring the stroller to the park and the women come up to them. It's like the most attention they've gotten in their life when they have a little baby. But men wouldn't really they're not going to hold that against you, but women will get mad. Yeah. So this is why I won't date a man who has kids as a single mom.
I date a man that has children, period. Especially a man that has children under the age of like 10. God hasn't been broken up with his baby mom for more than 10 years. You know what I'm sticking to? I've just never dated a man with children.
It's amazing how these mothers will talk about how they're great moms and their kids will be crying in the background. It's like amazing. All right.
This whole pickup line. There's nothing I can do. You can keep scrolling or you can choose to ignore it. I say that I would never date a man with children as a single mother to 2 children. So I got 2 baby dads. I'm a credible source. When I tell you, like, a baby mom, especially that first baby mom, is always going to hold a very special place in that man's heart. Again, credible source. You can choose to listen to me or you can choose to not listen to me. That's totally up to you. If there's ever a sliver of doubt in your mind, go with your gut. Go with your gut. Because I'm telling you, even if that baby mom is not interested, chances are that the baby dad is still, you know, thinking about her.
I feel like women, it's like a form of projection. Because in all honesty, when men get divorced, from what I've seen, well, there's 2 types of men that get divorced that I've seen. Type 1 is the one that's like devastated, clearly still in love with the ex-wife, right? And I have seen that, you know, and there's super simps, let's say. But once a guy's super simp self has died, there's no reviving it. And once he hates the ex-wife, once he can't stand her, I mean, they might want to smash again. Like, they might miss the glut, but get back together. Once he's seen, like, the hell that you've made his life, that's what I see. I could be wrong. I'm not. But I don't really see this plethora of single dads, like, once they've gone through the hell. Like, many avoid the divorce and stay longer because they don't want to go through hell, basically. But once they've already gone through it, they're not doing this again.
Or wanting to be with her.
Unless they're a super simp.
Would be with her in a second if she said, come on, let's go. Yeah. 9 out of 10 times, it's not the baby mom that's the problem. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm cool as a fan. I'm cool as a cucumber. I feel like
She is not cool as a cucumber. I would bet money.
Really cool baby mom to have. The way some of these girls be doing their baby dads that are like decent guys, I feel like I'm cool. Like, I'm the one you want to have on your side. I don't want either of my baby dads. I can tell you that right now. But
oh, she's got multiple.
I still got my baby dad that's in jail texting me.
Oh my gosh. What is it? Do you know what, guys? I understand that there's like a visceral attraction, right? Like, we can't really help the effed up things that we're attracted to, okay? Like, the same way men can't really help that they're nicer to women with big boobs, big butt. Like, they're just going to be nicer. They're going to kind of like, they can't really help that. We can't help that we're attracted to criminals, right? We can't. But could we not get pregnant by them anymore? Like, okay, if you want to have your fun, whatever, please don't clip that and make it seem like I'm encouraging this, but you're not going to keep women away from the Ted Bundys of the world. Like, they're going to want to bang them. But like, could you not have a kid? Do you know? And now she's saying, I'm the type. Okay, now she's had a kid with a criminal and thinks she's above single fathers and that she is not the problem. All right, I'll keep listening.
Good night, I love you. No, sir. Anyways, take that information with a grain of salt.
I will. I most definitely will. All right, who's next?
My last client just sealed the fact for me that I will never date a man with children. And at my age, most people got like grandchildren. And so, you'd think that at this day and age that these dudes would not be like still pursuing the child's mother, but they are. This woman is 59 years old, and she is just about to be in a new relationship with this guy. She met this dude. He's super cool, super sweet, this guy loves her, right? Her oldest daughter happens to go to lunch with the father, and the father's like, how you doing, or whatever, catching up or whatever. And he's like, so how's your mother doing? She's like, oh, good. She's, on vacation here. And he's like, oh, that's nice. He's like, she having fun with her girlfriends. And she's like, oh, no, well, she's with her man. And she's with her new boyfriend or whatever. And the dad's like, what you mean new boyfriend? Now, meanwhile, the father has a whole wife, and he says to the daughter, how come she not home with the girl, with you guys?
It's like that sometimes. I mean, we're kind of like when men have a kid with us, we're like their favorite toy, right? And even if they don't really, they don't want to keep the toy, they still want to play with it whenever they want. Like, they might only want to rent from time to time, but they're like, that's my rental. I have a right to this rental. And they do a lot of the time. Women cheat with the ex-husband, the baby daddy. I mean, let's just call it what it is. Women will hate the father of their children and still sleep with them. And you guys are wifing up single mothers. Best of luck. Somebody's doing it. I know somebody in this chat's done it.
Guys, how come she out doing her things and she's not home with y'all? So then my client was telling me that this dude started acting funky with his daughter, like trying to get more information out of their daughter's like, Daddy, you good? Oh, he ain't good. They never get over the baby mama. That's why I tried to tell y'all. I tried to warn y'all. Y'all don't listen.
They do sometimes. I mean, I know the dynamic. Like, a woman that gives a man his first child is always going to have some piece of his heart. Unless she is a total raging bitch cunt and destroys his self-worth, robs him, ruins his reputation. And then he's like, you know what? You do have a piece of my heart, but I hate you. You know, once a man hates a woman, once he gets to that point, men put up with a lot. Yeah, they're cooked.
This is not every situation, but it's a lot. It's enough for me to make videos. It's enough for people on the internets to make videos about it.
Okay, let me know in the comments what do you guys think about that? For those of you that are divorced or had a kid with someone, put in the comments, do you still love her on some level because she gave you your first child? Or is she dead to you because she was a raging bitch? If you're here, I can't imagine that you guys are still on good terms, but hey.
That was perfect in every other way except for the fact that he had kids. I'm actually kind of sad about this one. The crazy part is we went on a date with each other probably like 3 years ago, and at that time he did not have any. I don't even remember why it didn't work out necessarily. And I was just kind of like hanging out with him again just to kind of see where it went. We went on a couple dates, but I started to feel myself really like him, and I was like, I know this isn't gonna work. So I like didn't want to waste his time or my time, because it's like I simply cannot get over certain things that come with dating people with kids. I don't have any kids. I could go and move anywhere at any time. I can be spontaneous and take a trip. I can be spontaneous with my money and not have to worry as much because I'm not a parent. Being serious with somebody or committing to somebody with children, you take on certain sacrifices that they take on. And I'm just not prepared to do that at all. I don't want to be reminded of somebody's ex all the time because they're always going to be in the picture. I don't want to be with somebody that already shared certain experiences with somebody else that I wanted to experience for the first time with them. That's just how I feel. I could have.
It's so crazy because those were all valid reasons. Valid. Like I personally, I don't have any problem with women not wanting to date guys with kids. That's a big responsibility, and if you don't want to do that, fine. But men will give these same reasons, like they don't want to deal with a woman with kids because they want to experience things with her for the first time. They don't want to be reminded of the ex, and it's World War III.
Reasons why I refuse to date a baby daddy, or I guess I should say I prefer not. Before you say anything, hear me out, okay? Like, I am a baby mother. I am a single mother of 3. So if a guy...
Oh my gosh, single mom of 3. Do you know what? The childless women, it makes sense. Like, you might just want to start fresh. Totally fine. So enough guys with no kids that you could do that. But why are single moms? Okay, I'm going to listen. People are entitled to not to date whatever they want to date. It may wind them up alone, but I don't want to be with someone that doesn't want to be with me. And I think a lot of you guys feel the same, right? Who wants to be with somebody that doesn't want to be with them, right? Let them go.
Guy hears that or sees that and they don't want anything to do with me, that's A-okay, Pookie. You know, you can have your preference. You don't want to date a single mother, that is A-okay. Like, trust me, I'm not taking that shit personal. So let's get into the reasons, okay? So first of all, it's not just my own baby daddies. Yeah, baby daddies with an S. That are the reason why I don't want to date a baby daddy, okay? It's not just them. They are part of the reason, but not entirely. So speaking from personal experience, every single time that I spoke to or talked to or dated a single dad or a baby daddy, every single time they ended up going back to their baby mother. And the way it would play out,
like women do the same. Look, if people have multi-year relationships, it's not really uncommon for people to go back to where it's comfortable. You want a woman with a low body count, fellas? Guess who she goes back to in between relationships? And guess where she's going back to the second yours ends. I hate to break it to you. Depends on the age you met her, right? There's some discrepancy here, but I mean, there was a guy that called in to it wasn't my show, it was a different show. And he met his wife who was it? Oh, it was Gabby Petito. That's how she died. That was what happened. Gabby Petito died because her new boyfriend was doing all this stuff for her, and she was texting her high school ex. Some dudes just get a hold on a girl. She's theirs forever the second he wants to smash. Now, women, it is a little bit similar. Like, men will smash their ex-wife or whatever. But, like, they're not trying to wife her. They're like, I can do younger, hotter, better now. But we usually don't get better options as we age.
I would be like, I will talk. This is when I was, like, single, so in between my baby daddies, every time I would talk to them, you know, we would date or whatever, right? They would ghost me. And I would be like, that's kind of weird. Like, we were texting all day, every day. So I would go on social media, you know, figure out what's going on and make sure they're okay, right? Making sure they're alive. And
She was not trying to make sure they were okay. She was trying to catch him doing something. Like, that's always what we do. We always do it under, like, concern, where we're like, I just want to make sure you were okay. She was snooping. She was like, what the F is this man doing? She looks Latina. I hear they get very angry.
To find out they're back with their baby mother. They would be posting pictures of them and their kids, or like them doing something. And I'm just like,
dang, he didn't even tell her. He didn't even dump her and not give her a reason. Gosh, god damn.
I thought you said you were single. I thought you and her weren't. But you and I. What? Like, the ick I got, oh my god, it was horrible. I vividly remember being so tempted to message them, but then I was like, you know what? I'm not going to be a homewrecker. This is already messy. I'm going to just step out, right? So I want to talk to them, whatever. And then they would come back weeks or months or years later, sliding into my DMs, and I would be like, I would be straightforward, be like, listen, do not message me again.
She smashed him. Yep. Smashed. Yeah. A guy that breaks her ego like that, yeah, she'll do it.
Whatever we had, it's completely done. Go back to your family, and if you
said that after they smashed, she left that part out.
Message me again, I'm going to let your wife or girlfriend know or whatever. And then they would either block me or just not reply at all, which is what I wanted. I wanted you to block me, as you fucking should, as you should. But I don't know, man. It hit me the wrong way. And again, this was in between my two baby daddies, okay? And so I just got the utter ick, and I still do. And I know you're gonna say, not all men, it's not all baby daddies. I'm sure it's not. I'm sure some baby daddies are truly fully broken up with their exes and are just strictly co-parenting. I'm sure they're out there. But me, every single time I spoke to, dated, messed around with a baby daddy, they always went back to their family. Every single time. And it's funny because my friends are always like, oh, like, you know, given your age, and because you have so many kids, you're probably going to end up, you know, having like a stepchild or being with another, another parent, like a dad. And I'm just like, yeah, no. If they have a kid, most likely I'm not even going to entertain the idea. And it's not me being a dick. It's just me having a preference. And just like I said, they can have their preference.
She is allowed to have a preference. I mean, men don't really want to be single fathers of 3, but hey, I wish you luck out there. There's always a guy that'll do it. I would go for the 24-year-old men that are very, very desperate and don't know how good looking they're going to be in 10 years. That's what I would do. Now, I'm not saying she should do that, but, or maybe some super simp. You can go find one. Baby mamas are great at finding super simps. So I'm sure, I actually don't think she'll have a problem. I know you guys are like, she'll have no options. You'd be surprised. Yeah, she'll get smashed and passed. Yeah, she will, but somebody will stay. She will get smashed and passed until somebody's like, oh, okay, this is good enough.
Preference too. If they know that I'm a mother and they don't want to date me because of that, that's fine. my sister, I was talking to my sister about this because she was also saying that I'll probably like end up with a guy who has kids or whatever. And I'm like, no. And she told me that her friend said this to her: I will not date a baby father or a baby daddy unless the baby mama is dead. And I was like,
they're so capping. Just so you know, when women say these things, they don't mean it, because she's dated baby daddies in the past, right? So if they meant it, like, it wouldn't have happened before. Like when you guys say, I don't like fat chicks, you kind of mean it. Although I'm kind of amazed at what you guys deem. Like, it does amaze me what men will deem as not fat. And I think it's like an ego thing, right? Like, do you know what? Like, I'll show a guy a girl and I'm like, she's fat. And they're like, no. I mean, she's a little chubby. And I'm like, are you kidding? Like, that girl is 50 pounds overweight. She's 50 pounds overweight. That's fat. Like, I know we're in an obese society, but I'm just being honest here. Like, that's fat. And I've been fat, right? You know, I'm not even, but even like, and I know it because I'll show people an old picture of me and they're like, oh, you weren't fat, you were chubby. No, this is how you guys let us live in delusion. No, I was fat. Like, and I'm like, I know, because I saw my BMI and it was overweight. That's fat. Like, anyways, I get a little frustrated with this topic. I'll keep going.
I feel her. I freaking feel her. Maybe I'll date a single dad who is a widow. And this is nothing.
See, like, this is just her rationalizing that she's mad because she's going to keep going back, right? So it's kind of like when women are like, oh, I hate dating narcissistic men and I'm never going to date a narcissistic da-da-da-da-da-da. Who's her next boyfriend? Like, what she's saying that she doesn't date, like, it doesn't even matter. So you guys can just kind of disregard. Like, you really shouldn't. When women say they only date this, and this, I mean, just disregard. I mean, we don't mean any of it.
Against the girlies, because I'll believe a girl before a man. I'm just saying. But
that's not smart.
I know firsthand how baby daddies are. Again, I have two baby daddies. And they're exes for a reason, right? Also, if you know me, like, in real life, and you talk to whatever with one of my baby daddies, I promise you, me and him are done. So you ain't gotta worry about me. If you want to date him, go ahead. I can't speak on behalf of other women, but like, I just want to make that abundantly clear. Me and my baby daddies, no, absolutely not. That's done.
She'll smash from time to time.
But again, given like personal experience with other people's baby daddies, it's gonna be a no for me, dog.
Yeah, she'll be back. Her next man, well, it doesn't really matter what they say. Anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments, okay? And let me know what your experience is with the mother of your kids. Do you guys go back and smash from time to time, or are you donezo, cooked? Do you hate her? Like, was the divorce so bad that you won't touch her with a 10-foot pole? Let me know. Like the video on your way out. Please subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell, and don't forget to tune in tomorrow. I'll see you guys next time.